Good evening. It is 6:30 p.m. on December the 26th, Boxing Day, whichever way you would prefer to call it. Christmas is now all over with, thank God. The food, the drink, the families. I've now been able to finally do the last bit of washing up after the last meal, and now I can sit back and relax. And I thought, what better way to do that than to start a playthrough of one of the games that I got for Christmas, and that's Robinson Crusoe. It's the second edition, and it's Adventures on the Cursed Island. I'm going to play the first scenario. Now, this video is just going to be the intro and the setup, looking at the components and where everything goes, etc. So, if you just want to see me start the game, the playthrough, then skip this video. I won't, there'll be no hard feelings, I won't be upset. Feel free to skip this video, go on to the next one if you just want to see gameplay. But if you want to see how it's all set up, my thoughts, etc., then carry on watching. Right, I think we'll start, if I move this box, by looking at the game board. And if I zoom out a bit, as much as I can, move my table right. I don't want to pull my tripod off the end of the table, look a bit stupid then more on the camera looking at the ceiling. Right, the first thing a lot of people want to know is, how big is the game? So, get the old tape measure out, and it is 28 inches or 71 centimetres from side to side, and from top to bottom it is about 19 and a half inches by 49 centimetres. So that's the size of the game board. Let me get rid of that tape measure. Now, it's very cleverly designed, is this board. Very compact, and everything you need to know is on it. So let's have a quick look around the board. I'm not going to explain everything in detail because you won't have a bloody clue what I'm talking about, and you won't remember anyway. We'll get into that when we play the game. Up at the top here, not too far, is, and I don't want to go too far, I don't want it to fall off the table. I'll be most upset if I break my camera. I think you can see that. I'm looking through the small viewfinder, so it's going to be a lot bigger on the computer. We've got this track here, and this is the sequence of play for each round, and it's numbered 1 to 6, and that's good because that'll come to play later as I explain how it goes. But you go from the top to the bottom. Once you finish the final, the sixth sequence, you return to the top again, and then it's the next 10. That's good. Oh, and next to it, where it says number 1, that is events phase. And next to it is, you put some cards here, event cards, and there's a number 1 there. So that's the event phase. So you look at that, well, that's where I need to go, number 1. Number 2 is the morale phase. And would you believe it? If I go here, well, below me down, it says number 2 there, and that's the morale phase. So once you go from the morale, you go to that. Number 3 is, I think it's called the resource phase. But again, here it is, numbered. Number 3 in the middle. It's hard to see because of this design, but number 3, it's like a crate. And that's future resources at the top and current resources that you've got available at the bottom half of this crate. So that's number 3. And let's move a bit further across the top of the board. Now, this side we've got, how far can you see? I don't want to be talking, alright, you can see that too. Right. Shelter. At the top, it's basically how many players are playing. I'll be playing solo, but you still use the 2-player stats. So if I want to build a shelter, it will cost me 2 wood or 1 animal fur or pelt or skin, whatever you want to call it. And as you move along, if it's a 3-player, it'll cost you 3 wood, 2 fur, etc., etc. You need a bigger shelter if there's more here. But I'm solo, so we just need that. Here, this is a roof, because you're going to need a roof when it chucks it down with rain or snows. And believe me, it does on this island. So you'll need to build up your roof level to protect you from the elements. Right, now, if I move you a bit further, yeah, that'll do. The third one is, this is a palisade. Now this is going to protect you from marauding hungry animals, basically, who are going to enter your camp. If you've got a bit of a fence around your camp, you know, that's going to help. And the last thing, this is your weapons level. You can increase the level of your weapons up to a maximum of, well, it's got 10 and ... so presumably you could go higher, I don't know. But certainly from 1 up to 10. And you would need 1 wood to increase this every time. So that's the top of the board. Now let's just come down into the middle here. Come out a bit. Now all these boxes here with all this writing on, don't worry about that. You don't need an optivisor to try and read all this. It's just for show. Because cards are going to go on there. That's all that is. It's just a placeholder for cards. Don't worry about all that text. Now, the other side of the map, oh, sorry, the game board, is the map. Now, again, it's broken down into hexes, which you'll explore the island. You start off in this hex on an island, not an island, a seashore, a coastline tile, and then you can start to explore further on. And you'll need to explore to unlock resources and things. So that's the map. Now if we go down to the bottom, the final row, and this row, as you can see, is number 4. If we go back to, you think about that back at the top again, this is your, this is the meat and potatoes of the game. That card's what I showed you at the top from number 1, them event cards, they'll slot in here eventually. And if you don't use it, it'll slide across to there, and another one will drop down from the next event. And then eventually the one what's here will fall off. And if you haven't dealt with it, there'll be some text on it which will be detrimental to you if you haven't dealt with the threat. So you know, if you can, you really need to try and deal with the threats before they fall off the board. But that's what that one's for. Right, next thing is, this one here is where wild animals go. And just on cue, the wife summons me. So pause for a moment here and I'll be back shortly. No doubt with a damn dog with me to trample round and clatter about, but such is life. Right, hopefully we're now clear. Where was I? I think it was here. So here, this box will put cards with wild animals in, which will allow us to go hunting. And the 2 figures mean you have to go hunting with using 2 pawns, because you get a number of pawns. But don't worry about that yet, we'll get to that. So you need 2 people to go hunting. Next door here, with the hammer, is the build icon. And anything you need to do to build or create items, etc., you'll do here. And you can send 1 or 2 people to do that. Next to that is the gather item. Again, 1 or 2 people. You can gather things, resources in different tiles that you've discovered on the island. And finally is the explore tile. Again, you can send 1 or 2 people to do that. Over here, the last actions you can do in this round, in this segment, is you can put a single person here to give you 2 determination tokens. That they're like, oh no, they're not determination tokens, and that's to increase your morale. So the morale track, if your morale's going down, if you spend somebody there, they can increase your morale by 2, which can be quite important. And this one, if you send someone here, it's resting, and basically if they spend a turn there, they will recover 1 wound. Now we move on to sequence number 5 and 6. This is the weather phase and the night phase. Now they may only be small tiny boxes, but they're going to determine your fate, believe me, because if you're not prepared for night or the weather, your character's going to suffer, and he's going to suffer badly. So you've got to be prepared for both of those. Right, I think we've more or less covered the board now on whatever it is. I haven't gone in great detail, I didn't intend to. But now I'm going to set up the board and we'll see how we go from there. Right, so we take the lid off the box, and the first thing we come to are these scenarios, and they're on these cards, and they're double-sided, so there's actually 6 scenarios you can pick from, and they recommend the first scenario is Castaways, supposedly the easiest one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Castaways at the side of the board. So that's the one we're going to be working with. Move that board a bit and put Castaways there. We don't need the others. What else have we got? We've got all sorts of tokens in here. We don't need them for this game. We probably will need them. This big compass rose is just the first counter marker. We don't need that. So I'll get rid of that for now. I'll just get the tokens out, which we need. Put that to one side. I'll put them where the tokens, where the system is, so I don't find it. And this one is, I can't see from where I'm still, let's come round. Is your campfire on one side, and on the other, you built a shelter. So a campfire or a shelter. And that's important later on in the game. So again, I'll put them with the weather now, so I don't lose them. What else? Oh yes, here's the tiles. There's a whole stack of tiles, and this top one, it's got a volcano on it, and in one of the scenarios, at least one of the scenarios, you use this volcano. But for our purposes, we just need this. This is the shoreline, the beach. So I'm going to put that, and I'll show you where I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that in the very first hex, which is here, because that's where we've landed. We were castaways, the ship sunk, we've managed to battle our way to the island, so we're as happy as Larry, we're still alive. But that's where we've landed. And the other tiles, they can just sit there for now. We don't need them just yet. Right, let's see what else we've got in there. Little box of tricks. Right. Yeah, we don't need them, because they're in lacy cages. We don't need them. We don't need them. These, I'll come around to you again. These little blue ones with, I don't know, blue stars or gold stars, whatever. These are those determination tokens I was telling you about. And for want of a better word, these are the currency in the game. Gold and silver is no good to you on a desert island. It's your determination and willpower. That's what you need. So they're important. We're going to need them. So I'll put them to one side here. Here's our resources. Now you can see bananas for food. You can see the white is the animal skin. The brown logs, they're wood. And what look like, I think look like loaves, they're non-perishable food. The bananas are perishable. The bread is non-perishable. So that's the resources that we may come across. We need them, keep them out. Oh yes, we have got discovery tokens. You may find these as you explore the island. Well, as you explore the island, you'll come across these. We just make a stack of these. We shuffle them, put them in a stack. But there's different benefits that you may find, treasures or food or other bits and pieces. So we're going to need them. So I'll keep them to one side. We won't mention that yet. We won't mention them yet because we haven't these are the tokens or the pawns in the game. You can see there, I don't know, I think he's the explorer, and on the back side of him, I'll turn it over. It's the same thing. Oh, you can't, but it's a female. Each card has two sides, male and female. There's some white discs, black discs, there's some green cubes, there's all sorts of stuff in here. Again, I'll show you all. There's Friday, white disc, you see Man Friday, white disc with his face on. You have to stick these little transfers on, but it's no great shape, it's no problem. So we'll come to them as we get going with the game. Right. We've also got dice. A number of dice. We've got 3 green, 3 grey, 3 brown. They'll become self-evident later. There's also an orange, a white and a red, and that's all to do with weather and wild animals. Again, I'll explain that when we come to it. Now we get to these cards. We've got a green set, a grey set and a brown set. You can't see that, can you? Because I'm up here. Right. Now if I come back a bit. Remember I said about these, this is where cards go. So we've got the brown ones with the hammer on, these are brown, and if I give them a shake, give them a shuffle, I put all my cards in sleeves. I like to sleeve my games. I don't like them. I don't like to get them scratched or damaged or anything. So, although it does make it a bit more difficult for shuffling and things. So they go there. Obviously the grey ones, these are the gather action again. They'll all get shuffled up. Put in place. They go there. And Master the Green, which are the explore, discover adventures, and you might use these cards if you have to go on an adventure when you do some exploring. Sometimes it's good, but most of the time it's bad. So we put them out. We've got either rubber bands, they can go back. Here we've got, yes. Now let me put you back to the top here and zoom in a bit. You remember I said it told you about the event cards that sit there in that space? Right, well, these cards, there's 2 packs of them. They're both identical with green backs. They're identical, you see, I can't see. Too close, aren't I? Right, there's green backs. The difference between them is, if I turn this one over, if you look there, you can see there's a question mark. It doesn't matter what colour that is, there's a green one there, there's a grey one there, another green one, grey, brown. They're all, as long as a question mark, that's one pack, and there's quite a few of them, as you can see. I always think 30 or more. And this pack, which is about the same size, this one has a book item, just a book item, and you separate these cards. Now when you create the event deck for up there, it depends on the scenario and how many turns there is. Well, if I take it back over here, sorry about all this moving about, there's 12 turns in this scenario. So we need 6 from each pack. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So if we go back to our cards again, let me put it up there a bit, so zoom out a bit so you can see. So I've got the 2 packs. I'm going to shuffle them best as I can. Best as I can. Not them for one pack. Do the other one. Cut them, put them there. Right, now I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from that pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from that pile. This lot, I'll go back, don't use them now. So you can see, straight away, just in this scenario alone, the replayability is going to be huge, because you're not going to use the vast majority of the cards, because they're just not going to come into play. So they go back. These 12, I'll shuffle these, well I'll do that later off camera, but they go there. So that's ready, we've got them cards ready. Right, next thing I think we'll do is look at our, oh no, we've got some more cards here, haven't we? Yes. Right, these are there's 2 different sets here. Oh no, they're the ones I've just bloody done it now, daft lad. Here we go, this one's. Right, these are, on the backs of these are like treasure cards. They've got like a treasure chest in them, so you put all them, get all them out, lots of them, and give them a good shuffle. Give them a good shuffle. And they just stand up to the side of the board. We'll be drawing them at points during the game. Just put them over there, but we'll be drawing them at points during the game. These cards, get them two out of the way. These are the same as other cards with question marks, but these have got blue backs. And the reason these are different, for this scenario, these are the starting cards. I know that these are quite mild, there's nothing nasty on here. And they recommend, for this starter game, you use food crates. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to put that down here in the event box at that side. These two, don't need them, they go back in the box. I've also now got these cards. Zoom out a bit again. I'll just zoom in like that one. Right, got these cards with this back. Now with these cards, so I've got a couple of packs mixed together here. Right, just get them out of the way. These cards, I've got them all mixed up here. I don't know how I managed to do that. But these aren't sleeved yet. They need sleeving. I don't like to have them unsleeved, as I said before. Right, these cards, two sides to them. There's this fire. Now that's got one side to it. That icon there says to be able to create this fire, this item, you have to have explored mountainous terrain. Okay, so and when you've got a fire, it gives you +1. Is that determination, I think, or is it +1 morale? Probably +1 morale. That's it when you've got it. They say you got the fire. That's it on its discovered side. Now, these cards, 9 of them have got these arrows. You see these arrows next to the name, fire, medicine. They've got arrows. These are the starting cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The rest of them don't have that arrow. So these 9, I'm going to place them out on the board. I don't matter where I place them. So I'm going to put the fire there, medicine, bricks, dam, pot, shovel, rope, map, and knife. Now these are items I've got yet. These are items that I can create, I can make, invent, whatever you want to call it. So they're there. Now, get these out of the way. The rest of them, there's quite a fair few. I'm going to shuffle them, and it's quite difficult because obviously you can see on both sides. But what I'm going to do, that wants to do it with them. Still making a cock of it, aren't I? Even when I think I'm not. That wants to go there. Right, I think we're sorted now. So I'll give these a shuffle, and then what I'm going to do, once I've shuffled them, I'm going to put them down here at the side of the board. Oh, you can see it there. Just put them there. I'm going to pick the top 5. 1, basket. Number 2 is a raft. Number 3 is a snare. Number 4 is a spear. Number 5 is a corral. And that's it. That's all my starting possible items. But I have to put them that way up, of course. Put them the wrong way around, but not to worry. The rest of them, they just stay at the side here. We may need them, or we may not later in the game. So I'll put them there. I'll turn them over later before I start the game. Right, next thing we want, characters. Now, there are 4 characters in the game. There's the carpenter. You can have female side or male side. These are exactly the same, don't matter which side you pick, male or female. Soldier, carpenter, cook and explorer. They recommend you use the explorer. So that's what I'm going to do. And as I'm male, I'm going to go for the male side. So I'll put my explorer down there at the bottom of the board. These 3 can go back in the box. I don't need them now. I'll move down the thing there. Right, the other thing what we've got are these 2 cards. Because I'm playing solo, we've got a dog and we've got Friday. And I'm going to put them down near me. There's my character. And I'm going to put Friday here. And I'm going to put the dog there. Now if I go into this little bag of tricks with all the discs and the pawns, I want the Explorer token, which is that one. You see that? He's got his picture on. There's 2 of them. They're orange, because you get 2 per player. So there's 2. We've got 1 for Friday, which I'll put there next to Friday, and we've got 1 for the dog, where the button next to the dog. He's in there somewhere. There he is. 1 for the dog. So we've got 4 pawns to go doing our adventures with. We've also got these little red cubes. Get the right one now. These little red cubes, and these are going to mark. See on Friday, see where he's got, how many lives he's got, how many wounds he can take. I'll put this on that box, and it moves across as he takes wounds. And it's the same with my guy, the explorer. He gets his marker and goes there, and then as he takes wounds, it moves across. There's 1 or 2 other things I need to place. I need to place a white disc. I have to move the box up at the top, and I'm going to place that in the 0 spot of the morale tracker. We don't have a shelter yet, so I'm not going to put anything over there where the shelter is, or the palisade, or the roof. Don't need anything there. But what I do need to do is, because we've discovered there's nothing on the way a bit, this island tile, and you can see the icon there for beach. Because I've discovered that, I can put a black disc on the beach, and there's only 1 item that you can find on the beach, and that is here, and that's the shovel. So I'm going to put that black disc on there to say that if I want to build that, I can. And as I discover other regions, I can I can put black discs on them to show that I'm then free to start researching them and trying to create them. Right, I think we're getting there. I'm getting there slowly. There's still a bit to explain, but I'll do that when we play the game, because otherwise it's too much. The last thing I want to show you is down here. Oh no, the not last thing, second to last thing I want to show you is these cards, and there's a pile of them. You just shuffle them up. And what you have to do, you just pick two. One, two. The rest go back in a box. Again, more replayability. And we've got a stone glass, and we've got a Bible. Each of them can give us advantages. And what I need to do with them is put my black discs again. Normally, I put all my components into a Plano type box and that, but I found that I'm ending up with, I can't keep all the game in one box. You carry your box of game and then you've got a Plano box or two. So this one I'm trying to keep them all bagged. Excuse me, trying to keep them all bagged so that I don't have that problem. Everything fits back in the game box. Right, now we've done that, the last thing I need to show you for now is these are the beast cards. And they go in that box where you can go hunting. There's a great stack of these. So I'll shuffle them, but we don't put any on yet. They will come into play as we discover new regions. So for now, I'll put them across there at the side of the table, like that there. And I think, for now, that's enough to load you up with. I think I've told you way a lot. I won't mention that there is this handy dandy player aid which tells you a lot of things, double-sided, so keep that handy. And I think when we come back we'll be ready for turn 1 of Robinson Crusoe on the Cursed Island, playing the Castaways scenario. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.